Hi guys, today we are going to discuss about how to create traffic light KPI indicators in Power BI. So the other day, one of my clients had asked me to segregate their revenue into three buckets and add a red, yellow, and green indicators next to each of these revenue figures that they were showing for the subcategories. Something like this. So this was a kind of visualization that I had created for them where they were trying to show the revenue for each of the subcategories that they had. And if the revenue fell within a specific low range, they wanted to put it as red. If it was in a moderate range, they wanted to show it as yellow, and it was if it was in high range, they wanted to show it in green. Similarly, if you have a slicer, which as you can see, I have a country slicer over here, and if I drill down to France, this indicator is working quite fine. So let's go ahead and add an indicator from the scratch so that you can follow along. So let's shift to the new sheet and start building it from the start. I have taken a new sheet where we are going to create a table, and this table will have a category. So I'm going to put category name and the subcategory name. Along with this, we want to show the total revenue. So total revenue is a measure for me, which I have created. If you have it in your data, you can use that as well. So we have total revenue. So this is the total revenue for each of my subcategories. Just let me format it quickly. I'm going to my previous sheet that I had shown you so that I can copy the formatting. I don't have to waste time in doing the entire formatting again. So I can just copy the format and paste the format in this text table of mine. All right. Now, I don't want this total at the end, the total here. I don't want this at the end. So I'm going to quickly go to the formatting tab, and from the totals, we'll turn the total off. Now, we have to create an indicator column over here, which will look into each of my revenue and give it a color accordingly. So what I'm going to do is, I need a column over here, which will give me the result executing at each row level. That's the reason I'm going to create a column. So I'm going to go for a new column, and I am going to create a column which will be called as KPI status for me. And my KPI status is not going to be a value, but a shape instead. So I'm just going to use my UNHR 11044. This is going to give me a circle at each row level. This is what is my expectation. Let's see whether we have got this or not. So I've created the measure and I can just search for it. I'm sorry, it should be KPI, and here I have it as a KPI status. This is the one that I have just now created, and as you can see, I have not got a value, but because I had used a UNICHAR number, I'm getting a circle for each of my row. Now I want to format these circles on the basis of the total revenue value that I have. So in the formatting tab, we can go to conditional formatting. Conditional formatting helps you format each column of your text table. I want to format my KPI status, and in my KPI status, I have a couple of formatting options that I can do. I am interested in font colors, basically giving the color to these circles. So the moment I turn the font color on, I get another dialog box which helps me assign the color to those circles that I have just plotted. So I don't want it on color scale. Instead, I want it on rules. And this rule should run on my fact sales total revenue that I have. So here I select. And the rule is going to be, so I have looked into my total revenue and I have decided the rule which I'm going to just put here. So if it is greater than and equal to zero, is greater than equal to 0 and less than, say, 30,000, then it's going to be, you can pick up a color if you want. So if it's going to be red, new rule that if it is going to be, I'm just going to copy paste it, it's going to work on number and is less than, then it's going to be uh, yellow, bright yellow. And the new rule again is, if this is the rule, then it should be, so just let me just confirm. I have one, two, right? I think I'm going to pick up a green for this. As of now, I'm not using any custom color. I'm just picking it up from here. And here we go. When you click on OK, you will notice, according to the rule that you have specified in your conditional formatting of the KPI status, I have got it as the colors. My indicators are in color. You can align them. You have an option of aligning from here itself. So you can align them and you can do all such things. This works with your slicers also, and as I showed you in the earlier visualization. So here I'm using a slicer uh, by country, and when you click on a particular country, the KPI status remains intact. So this is how you create a KPI indicator which gives an additional information to your clients in Power BI. I hope you find this helpful, and it's really a very good feature. If you use it, do let me know. And I have an upcoming batch which is starting from 25th April, where I'm going to deal with all such visualizations which now and then my clients have asked me to create for them. And how do we create, what exactly should be our approach, when do we create which visualization, data modeling, machine learning integration with Power BI. So if you want to know any of those topics in detail, you can join the course. Thank you.